You remember his story, the one that we actually reacted to? You know, one of my friends say there's actually a copy, like his story actually copied him. And he told me it's actually Zack D Films. So yeah. And we will be reacting to one of his most popular video, and yeah, let's see. Okay guys, we're in.
When you get stitches.
Yo, why are we starting? Why are we starting so bad, bro? Yo, why are we starting so satisfied? Oh my gosh.
A doctor threads a needle through your wound and pulls it
Oh my gosh. Yo, just chill. This is,
tight to close the skin. As the stitches hold the edges together, the wound becomes inflamed.
Ew. Like, ew.
As new cells begin to repair the tissue. Afterwards, connective tissues and collagens start to create skin. Then, blood vessels form to nourish these developing tissues, filling in the area. And over a few weeks, the wound will have healed together and the stitches are removed.
Okay, like, bro. Is this channel all about bodies, bro? Yeah. Maybe that's not.
If you get a splinter, most people just go ahead and
True. I always put it up. I just got it for like 5 times already, so yeah, I just put it
pull them out. But sometimes they get lodged
Wait, what? Could get that freaking deep, actually?
so deep into your skin that you can't reach them. If the area gets infected,
Seriously? These stuff again? Those weird stuff again? Like, seriously? Fine.
will start to swell as pus forms under the skin. This creates pressure around the splinter that can sometimes push it upwards towards the skin's surface. And if you're lucky, after a certain period of time, your body could have completely removed it from your skin. If you get a
guys, this is not how I say when I react to his story, bro. This is not how I say it, bro. This thing is stupid! Yo, like, why? Why? Why do you make it it's too bloody?
This website looks huge.
Have you ever noticed how odd the McFlurry spoon is?
True. It's so odd, I don't know why, but mostly I think it's possibly a straw.
Well, some people think it's supposed to work like a straw, but you only have to try that once to
the real one, let's go.
Realize it does not work. The true reason for these weird spoons is actually pretty genius. You see, McDonald's didn't want to clean their beaters after every McFlurry, so instead, they designed a spoon that would also work as the mixer. Have you ever
that's 2-minute IQ tech. That's actually 2-minute IQ.
Noticed how odd the McFlurry spoon is? If you shot a bullet at ancient armor, some people think it could actually stop the
Nah, bro, it will broke, bro. Bullet pressures are so hard, bro. It will broke. The speed and stuff.
impact. But armor like chainmail was designed to block slashing swords. And plate armor was even better at deflecting strikes by spreading the blunt force across more area, lessening its impact. But these materials weren't very good at stopping arrows, which had enough energy
Even a bow could work on it? What?
to enter the armor. So a bullet would
Yeah, like, this is good. Like, it's better than those weird stuff.
have no trouble going right through. If you shot a bullet at ancient armor,
Please no more bloody stuff.
if you somehow removed all
Wow. Another blood.
of the blood vessels in your body and tied them together, you might think it would be about this long. But the
what do you
human
mean? Human blood vessels are so much, bro. It could literally go around the world like once.
body has thousands of these
Or
tiny
maybe like around like whole country.
vessels that weave in and out of every body part. And with all of them combined, if you started in New York, your blood vessels would make it all the way to the Grand Canyon.
What? From New York to Grand Canyon?
It would go on to reach all the way across the Pacific Ocean, over Japan, Asia, and all of Europe. And not only would it make it all the way back to your starting point, but it would be able to make this trip 2 to 4 times.
What? How? I'm confused.
When a firing squad shoots a prisoner, one of the bullets actually isn't real. You see, one of the rifles is loaded with a blank, but it still fires and kicks back when the trigger is pulled. The soldiers aren't told which rifle it is, casting doubt on who actually shot and killed the man. This way, the soldiers can feel less guilty and sleep at night, knowing there was a chance that they weren't the one to kill him.
Okay, bro, why do you need to shoot each other, bro?
If everyone on Earth clipped—
Again? Seriously? Why do you keep saying super nasty stuff, bro? This is not how I say in history, bro. History is fun, bro, but this... disgusting.
their toenails and threw them into the ocean. You might think they'd float
Why would you do that?
and blanket a huge area. But toenails don't actually float, so they would pile up at the bottom of the ocean. As over 82 billion
Bro,
clippings
it would kill some fish, bro. That sucks.
rain down, it would choke fish and smother the seafloor until a massive pile broke through the surface. And after this global clipping, you would have a walkable toenail island, 10 times bigger than Central Park. If everyone
Why do you want to do that? It's disgusting!
Upgrade.
When a doctor gives you a shot, they can sometimes accidentally push the needle all the way through
No, that would never happen to me again. No, that did not happen to me
your
before.
vein, which ends up puncturing both sides. Once the needle is removed, it leaves 2 holes in the vein. And before the body can thicken the blood and seal these holes, it bleeds into the surrounding tissues.
No!
This leaked blood forms a dark, tender area under the skin, creating bruises and splotchy areas. When a doctor gives you a shot,
What? Why is it like this? Why?
Have you ever wondered how this trick is done? It's one of those things where you know he can't actually be making the salt disappear, but it's still confusing to look at. Well, it turns out that the simplest explanation is the right one. Look closely at his hand during this shot. Do you notice how he sort of grabs his thumb here? Well, this is because he's using a prop called a dofi finger. He holds it in his fist like a cup, fills it up with the salt, gets it onto his other thumb, and then grabs it off his thumb back into the first position. Watch it again and see if you can notice. Have you ever wondered how this trick—
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's like a toenail with salt, and they just swish it, I think. I don't know.
Have you ever had a really funny moment while
if you lose one of your adult teeth, the bone where the tooth once
Yo, stop. Zack, stop, please.
was can start to deteriorate. To prevent further damage, a dentist will fill the cavity with a synthetic material that mimics real bone. Once filled, a metal bracket is secured on top and the incision is closed. After the graft has healed, a large implant post is inserted into the new bone.
Like, you know, I know this is knowledgeable, but I know this is disgusting, but, you know, it's like we know stuff. So yeah, let's just learn.
Then a small metal piece is
So that's why you should be good at school. So we don't need to do anything. This is why you should never go to school. Watch Zack D Films of stuff, and you don't need to go to school about body parts.
screwed in and a porcelain tooth is secured on top. If you lose one of your adult, they opened the pallet of ammunition only to find it was full of Tootsie Rolls. You see, Tootsie
Why do you want to eat that?
Roll was a code name for mortar rounds, which the Marines desperately needed. But the radio operator who received the order didn't know that and sent the actual candy instead. At first, the Marines were angry, but the sub-freezing temperatures had frozen all their food, and the candies ended up sustaining them over the next few days. They even used them to plug bullet holes by warming them up and letting them freeze in place. And eventually, the real mortar rounds did arrive. They opened the
Okay, that's why you should always eat candies.
If you accidentally touched a
No, Dad, no, these stuff again. Nasty, bro, disgusting.
table saw, you'd probably think your fingers would be cut off. But this isn't always the case. You see, some modern high-end saws actually know the difference between wood and your skin. Once your finger comes in contact with these special saws, it immediately detects the electrical conductivity from your skin. This triggers an immediate mechanical response that stops the blade in less than 5 milliseconds.
Smart.
When a honeybee stings a human,
Again.
they actually get stuck for a while and can't leave. And this is because their stinger is barbed, which means it can't retract once it's lodged into something. But once the bee finally pulls away, its insides get ripped out because the stinger stays in the skin. This leaves the bee without some of its internal organs, resulting in its death.
No, bee, we need honey from you, don't die.
Have you ever wondered about this little dangly thing at the back of your throat? Well, even though it looks like a miniature punching bag, it actually serves a handful of important functions. You see, when you swallow food, this thing called a uvula actually swings backwards to prevent the food from going up your nose. It's also constantly producing saliva to keep the throat moist, which aids in swallowing. And because there's a
human bodies are so smart, man. Human bodies are so smart.
tiny muscle inside the uvula, it can move around, which helps you speak. Have you ever If you stuck a long sword out of a car aiming for a tree, the sword would obviously snap and rip from your hands. But what if the sword is unbreakable, you have an indestructible grip, and your body is physically immovable? Well, the force would then transfer to the car. It would screech to a halt as the sword hits. But what if the car can't stop and is forced to keep moving? Now the tree should split in half. But if the tree is indestructible too, with no way to break, bend, or stop, the energy has nowhere to escape. Would this unleash a massive shockwave as powerful as a nuclear explosion? Or worse, something reality itself isn't equipped to contain?
Nah,
If you're stuck in a water slide that's filling up with water, most people think they should try to climb back up. But the slippery surface makes this nearly impossible. Instead, focus on staying calm and try to create space for air by tilting your head back. If water keeps rising, use your hands to push yourself forward. If you can't move, brace yourself as the water fills the slide entirely. Once the pressure equalizes, you may be able to push forward and float to safety. If you're
Okay, good. See, like, Zack D Films do give me smart ideas, but you know something disgusting, but you give me ideas for me to do life skills.
Imagine waking up in a coffin and realizing that you were mistakenly buried alive. Now, this wouldn't happen with the medical guidelines we have today. But in the 19th century, old coffins were found with
Bro, why would you even open a coffin, bro?
scratch marks on the inside, making this a
It could be a scratch mark by animals, like, I don't know.
legitimate concern. So as a solution, they started adding strings inside the coffins that traveled up to the ground and were connected to a little bell. And if you woke
That's not how it's working in 2026, bro. That's not how this works.
up underground in a coffin, you could just ring the bell, signaling that you're still alive. Imagine
Okay, last video.
If you're trapped in the trunk of a vehicle, you should immediately start searching for the glow-in-the-dark release hatch. If you don't see the latch, don't panic. Trunks are not airtight, so there's no risk of running out of oxygen. Try feeling around the edges of the trunk for a handle. This may allow you to release the seat back. As a last resort, kick out one of the brake lights.
No, yeah, bro, that thing is so fake.
This small opening will allow you to signal for help. If you're trapped in the trunk
I got rid of all my
When you use a derma roller, it pushes a bunch of tiny needles into your face, creating small punctures across the surface. Your brain perceives these small holes as wounds, which triggers your body's natural healing response. The body then sends out cells to make collagen and elastin, which helps your skin stay firm and stretchy. Over time, these cells strengthen the skin, giving a firmer and more youthful appearance. When you use
Okay, and guys, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe like always. And I love you all. I'm Sherix and I'm out.